Ministers are complaining that Michael Gove has too much power in the government and have blamed him for the continued push for vaccine passports to enter nightclubs. The comments have been made as experts are raising concerns over the push to force people in their late teens and 20s to take the COVID vaccine even though the disease statistically does not pose a serious threat to them. One ministerial source pointed to the recent cabinet committee meeting chaired by Mr. Gove where it was decided to pursue vaccine passports for nightclubs against the majority view of ministers attending. According to the source, Business Minister Paul Scully, whose brief includes nightclubs, was first asked for his view and he described the proposal as unworkable. This was supported by Health Secretary Sajid Javid and Work and Pensions Secretary Therese Coffey. Business Secretary Kwasi Kwartung was also at the meeting but is understood to have left early. However, Transport Secretary Grant Shapps is said to have suggested that the passports would push young people into having the jab and according to the source, Mr. Gove concluded, "I will go with the minority view." One senior minister said, "It was almost like it didn't matter what we all said and Gove had made up his mind already. He has far too much power." A source close to Mr. Gove insisted that he was acting on behalf of the Prime Minister and that other ministers supported his view on going ahead with vaccine passports. The source said, others were in favor, and MG was acting on a direct number 10 steer. Policy was also announced by the PM at a presser. The row has arisen again amid continued concerns that young people are being forced to bear the brunt of measures to tackle a disease which is unlikely to be a long-term problem for them. The Sunday Express has launched the Generation Lockdown Crusade to demand more support for young people coming out of the pandemic. Speaking to the Sunday Express, 16-year-old India Johnson attacked the way that government policy has discriminated against her generation. She said, "The lockdown made things so much worse. Why is it that the last things to open are things that are for our generation? Why is it that theaters and restaurants are open and yet we are told that we may not be able to go to a lecture theater or a nightclub without a vaccine passport?"